Susie, I want to say happy retirement to you for your years of service, you know what I mean? Now it's time to really enjoy life. Yeah? It's come from me and Kesty Band, the whole band. Blessed love. Congrats.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us die young or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. Sitting in a sandpit, life is a short trip. The music's for the sad man. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever, forever, forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever young.
Can't ball in a life, man. To us, yeah. So we are coming here with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends we take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored. Then only said the road and me go on with the road. Third form, me say me try a thing, and you know it formed up to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with chronic, say I sing, yeah, see me all diggy soon, get the higher ring like hello, brother. Him say I had to shot ya, saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes, that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your shot, to can't ball in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends we take off every load. One time they sit down in a class and we bored. Then only said the road and we go on with it, go on with it. Just show our blessings upon me and send me to tell them my story. Just show our blessings upon me, and that's how I made to give him the glory. I'm delighted. Jah knows say my passion ignited. Got the music get me excited. I'm coming like a potion. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Na 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 na. Hey. KTB, yeah. FA. My man, yeah. Let's go. Right now, my vibes up are getting on. It's no regrets if tomorrow never come. Cause this is my time, I let him go. And every second's a blessing from above. It's like a feeling I can't control. It's in the ways I want to wave, I want to whine. So if you tell me I have to go, no, no, oh no, I go take
retirement to you for your years of service, you know what I mean? Now it's time to really enjoy life. Yeah? Come from me and Kesty Band, the whole band. Blessed love. Congrats.
If I was to describe Miss Michael in one word, I'd say that she's free-spirited because she has this relaxing energy and she encourages everyone to be themselves.
If I were to describe Miss Michael in one word, it would definitely be perceptive. She always seemed to know when I was struggling and was the first teacher I ever felt comfortable opening up to. Her ability to understand and connect with her students allowed her to guide us with our pieces, but also helped to nurture and encourage our individuality as young artists.
Initially, I couldn't come up with just one word to describe Miss Michael because she fulfilled so many different roles in my life, going beyond just educating as a teacher would, to caring as a parent would, giving advice like a counselor, and even giving up her own personal time outside of school hours when we needed it, simply because she cared. And I realized that all these things are roles and acts that a motherly figure would do in your life, and that's my word.
If I had to describe Miss Michael in one word, I would say either caring or supportive. She's always looking out for us. Like, why are you looking so tired? You getting enough sleep last night? You need to take better care of yourself, okay? But she never lets us slack off. Like, where are you reaching your plan in design though? Remember, you need to have that done by the end of the week, right?
I don't think I could sum up Miss Michael in just one word, but if I had to pick one, it would be genuine, because she was the kind of teacher who would genuinely do anything to help one of her students. She would find time out of her day just to listen, to give advice, not just about art or work or school, it could be just about life, but she would always find the time to sit there with us, listen to us, talk to us, and every bit of advice that she gave always came from her heart.
There isn't just one word to describe Miss Michael. She is so many things, but if I had to pick one, I would say she's authentic. She's like a mother to me. She has been there for me through my 7 years in NAPS, and she has been a real role model. And it's such a bittersweet moment because when I have completed my 7 years throughout my NAPRIMA journey, she has also completed her term. And whether she's looking at me, telling me, Izzy, fix your face, put a smile on your face, why are you looking sad? You gotta be happy, positivity. And I'd be like, Miss Michael, she would never ever ever fail to bring that smile to my face. And I wish that her retirement, her well-deserved retirement, could bring a smile to her face, because she deserves it more than anybody. So happy retirement, Miss Michael.
One word that I would use to describe Miss is generous, because I feel like even when I didn't have some art supplies, she actually went and got them for me, and she would never admit it, but I will say it now. Thank you so much, Miss, for everything that you got for me. And she didn't ask for anything in return, she just gave for the sake of giving, because she's really sweet like that and she cares a lot like that.
I would say attentive, especially for the older girls, because you could be going through a bit of piece and she knows exactly how to help you, what advice to give, and she's always there for you no matter what.
Miss Michael always really cared about her students and her subject. She used to take us on these field trips and we'd get opportunities to look at local art shows, meet local artists, study local architecture, and research for our journal. Still, she always made art fun.
Miss Michael is very optimistic.
If I had to describe Miss Michael with one word, it would be supportive.
One word I would use to describe Miss Michael is down to earth.
Girls, hi Miss Michael. Oh, isn't it such a beautiful... What are those lights in the background?
What?
Yeah, those lights.
Lights.
Oh, those aren't lights. That's actually just my aura. Because I'm so positive and full of life and energy and love that it just really reflects my surroundings. Do you hear that? That's actually a rare bird that comes every once in 22 years to make
Wow, how do you know that?
You're
so wise and knowledgeable, Miss Maiku.
Oh, have you seen my tea?
It's right there, Miss Maiku.
Where did I'm so silly, it's right here. What about my glasses? I haven't found my glasses in a while.
It's on your head.
Oh, silly me, it's on my head. Well, girls, you guys need to get to work.
Yes, miss.
You guys need to finish your projects, but don't rush, don't worry. But it is due in 5 minutes. But don't stress about it, just take your time. But we do need it now in full. Thank you, girls.
Miss? Kaylin? Did you sleep last night? No, miss, I didn't sleep last night, no. Yeah, I'm seeing the eye bags under your eyes. You need to be getting more sleep. Sleep is really important at all your age. You cannot be doing this all night thing. Miss, it was art I was doing.
The last bell had rung, but this time it wasn't just the end of a school day, it was the end of an era. Miss Maiku, the art teacher who painted dreams into reality, was retiring. For Miss Maiku, it was the last bell of her career at NAPS.
Thanks, Miss Maiku, for making every lesson so much fun. You inspired us to dream beyond the arts, keeping creativity alive in all of us, opening doorways to building our confidence. Our gratitude is endless.
Wait, it's not over yet, everyone. She's reminding me. We have one more tribute from someone very special to Miss Maiku. She's not physically here with us today, but she's patiently waiting at her home and wanted to show her love too.
Who's that?
Rumi, her wonderful female four-legged doggy. She even used a doggy translator so we could understand what she's feeling.
How that even possible? Wait, don't tell me. Yes, tell me. Is there a new app for that?
Of course. It's the latest technology. I have one for my pet iguana.
For real? But anyway, continue.
Yeah, she heard how sad we are to say goodbye, but she says she feels so glad.
Huh? Why is that?
Well, let me hear her speak for herself. She sent her very own tribute, you know.
This I have to see. I never thought I would see this day.
I came to Naps with my mom one day. Some of you saw me, some of you didn't. Yeah, there I am in that pic. I got to visit for a few minutes as mom excitedly showed me where she worked. I think it's because I always try to sneak in the car when she's leaving. Anyway, I didn't stay long because she said I couldn't roam the compound like I do at home. I didn't argue, although I felt a bit sad, but then remembered I'd see some of you at my home painting next week. By the way, I sent in a formal letter to see if that rule can be changed, because I find it should be a place for paws and fur too. So, hard luck for me, I had to send this retirement tribute instead. Dogs don't argue much, we just wait. Like I'm waiting now for my mom to come home, dreaming of our time together. Let me introduce myself to you. Good day everyone, my name is Rumi. Some of you know me as the female four-legged assistant art teacher. Others know me as the dog who somehow managed to attend more art classes than most students. Every morning, I would watch my favorite human get ready for school. She would gather her paints, her sketches, her lesson plans, and then she would leave. And me, I would wait. I loved the smell of paint and clay when she came home. I loved wandering between easels, accepting scratches behind my back from students, and supervising masterpieces from my favorite spot on the floor during her classes at home. The students would talk to me about their artwork, their worries, their dreams. I listened carefully. I don't interrupt her. It is a skill humans should appreciate more. But every morning, when the car started and she left home, I would feel so sad. But not anymore.
How come, Rumi?
Now she's all mine, and I have big plans. My dream will come true.
On the very first day of retirement, Rumi has plans for Miss Michael to open her newest art class.
Really, Rumi?
Yes, I've already prepared my portfolio.
Portfolio?
This collection represents my early period. I call it Fetchism.
Oh, that's creative.
I learned from the best, your Miss Michael. My mom. I'm just as creative as all you Naps girls. I painted a self-portrait.
That's wonderful. Where is it?
It's on the living room wall.
Actual wall?
Art should not have boundaries. Don't you remember her words?
Oh my.
At last, no more alarm clocks, no more rushing out the door, no more carrying giant bags of art supplies. Now we can spend every day together, and I have made a retirement schedule for us. 8 a.m. cuddles, 9 a.m. a nap, 10 a.m. snack, 11 a.m. walk, 12:30 lunch of course, 1 p.m. another nap, 2 p.m. artistic masterpiece time, and lastly 3 p.m. more naps. Lots of naps. Not your school naps, just our naps to sleep together. Get it? I can't wait to see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Aww, thanks, Rumi. Now we don't feel so sad again.
Thank you for everything, Miss Michael, and we guarantee you that your art will live on in all of us.
And me too. Don't forget registration takes place on Wednesday, 8 July. Before my nap time, of course.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, Miss.
I think she said yes. I'm just gonna pretend she said yes. So good morning, everyone. For as long as any of us could remember, Miss Alison Maiku has served as one of our resident teachers here at NGHS. And she began her time as an art teacher here in 2007, where she would have replaced the infamous Mrs. Ali and worked alongside Mrs. Susanka. That's 19 years of service to this school, but she's been teaching for even longer. So when it comes to art, I guess we could say she's an OG, right? So Miss Maiku has been a staple of NGHS, having led the creative processes of multiple school events. Most notably, she has worked on the set design of Beauty and the Beast, along with designing and constructing the beautiful sets of many school plays, allowing them to come to life. Being the patron teacher of the art club, she ensured that any student could have fun with art, recreationally and experimentally. She is also an avid graphic designer, having designed school t-shirts for events like Walkathon and the Art Gala. See what? She designed this. This is like the 2023 Art Gala, all Miss Maiku guys. And the centenary logo, Miss Maiku as well. So apart from teaching, however, Miss Maiku is also a very passionate artist. Regardless of the task, we have always been able to rely on her. Sorry, miss, I don't have your swag app to fix mine. My bad. Anyways, right? So for instance, she assisted on the creation of the Bidba Atsuka set design for the National Secondary School's panorama, painted many of the Archibald flags, and guided the artistic direction of Archibald pep and marching uniforms. Every time the art gala came around, she assisted with setting up and decorating. She worked with Miss Mitchell, supporting her ideas and forming their dynamic art duo. You know, the two of them is like, they have their own little gang, like the art people. So I'm sure we as students could all remember painting color wheels with Miss Maiku in Form 1, or those cubes and the cylinders with shading, or those tonal valleys with a pencil, and she'd tell you, don't blend with your finger, guys, I didn't teach that. Being a mandatory subject in Forms 1 to 3, art has allowed Miss to pass on her passions to all of us, and I know that I have personally been taught by her in more ways than one. She is calm, wise, and a kindred soul to nature. Something I feel most when around her is the ability to experience the world with an unadulterated appreciation for its beauty. When you decide to take visual arts for CSEC, you meet another side of Miss Maiku, the side that wants to push you further and further. I remember being in Form 4 and starting my CSEC art pieces. Miss Maiku had me restart every single one of my paintings. Some of them I had to do over like 3 times. And she seemed harsh, strict even. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared of her. And she hosted us on Sundays at her house, and we would sit outside with her in her little downstairs porch, painting under her guidance. But it was at this stage that I realized how much she truly cared. Every critique was a push towards improvement. She saw us not only as students, but also as artists. Her love of art, I would say, was most prominent in her effort to help us create it. In us she saw potential, and in us she believed. She taught by example. And when I say this, I mean that she would sit with me and show me how to paint, how to use my brushes, add details and textures that were missing from my pieces. If I didn't know how to do something, she would do it first, and she would tell me, this is how you do it. From watching her, I learned so many things. I had always believed that I was good at art, but she was the teacher that showed me that I had infinitely many things to learn. And you know, she once told me every art piece is a lesson, and the mind of an artist is an infinite expanse of galaxies and stars. Thanks for the painting idea on this. I also used it in one of my exam pieces. She comes up with so much ideas, guys. Her wisdom was gentle and accompanied by a selfless generosity. Miss Maiku is the sort of person who goes out of her way to help students. Many of us know her as a confidant, a therapist. What happens in art class stays in art class. I and so many others found comfort and solace in Miss Maiku's caring nature. especially when we were encouraged to share our experiences. She listened to us, asked us about our family lives, reminded us to take breaks and care for ourselves. And it was so much more than just an art class. It was a chance to bond and express ourselves. And even if the world was overwhelming and complicated, here we had a chance to unwind, experiment, learn, and feel supported. And I know I've confided in Miss many times, and every single time she responded with care, guidance, and support. Thank you so much, Miss, for that. Going into CAPE, our numbers decreased, but our passions grew. And Miss Maiku saw those passions and took it upon herself to foster them. Vividly, I recall one of my CAPE pieces really didn't function as intended, and I went to it in tears. I went to the staff room, and I was crying, right? And I was so devastated and scared of disappointing her, but she feared no such thing. Instead, she hugged me and reassured me that I would be all right, gave me an extension, helped me change and finish my piece. And when I became ill during exams, she messaged me often, reminded me to take care of myself, in all caps, guys. She was like, Azra, after exams, don't do anything, all caps, just rest, okay? As you spend more time with Miss Maiku, you come to realize that her patience is endless, her desire to see you grow is unlimited, and her heart is mega-sized. Miss, I remember being a young student and confiding in you that I felt devoid of purpose. And you said to me, of course you have a purpose, you're an artist. Your purpose is to create. And Miss, I believe you have shown me exactly that. You have created not only beautiful art, but strong bonds with your students. You have created a safe space for me and so many others to experience art and express our emotions and ourselves. You have created beauty for the eyes and warmth for the heart, and I'm eternally grateful to have been your student. Thank you so much.
Miss Susie Maiku, I don't think you'll ever truly understand how much you mean to me. When I first met you, I never expected that you would become someone I would trust so deeply. I remember never really having a passion for classes or developing a relationship with you until we began working more one-on-one on my CSEC pieces. Over the past year and a half, you have been so much more than my art teacher. You have been someone who listened when I needed someone to talk to, someone who noticed when something was wrong before I even said a word, and someone who seemed to always know exactly what I needed to hear, even if it wasn't really what I wanted to hear. A quote that I knew I had to include was, "Let the beauty of what you love be what you do," by Rumi. This quote by your fave sums up your impact on me perfectly. You have shown me what it's like to do what you love every single day with no regrets. You were there through my highs and lows, celebrating my successes and helping me through difficult moments. Some of my favorite memories are the little things that might have seemed ordinary to you, but meant the world to me. The random messages checking in to see how I was doing, the conversations that somehow always made me feel better, the laughs we shared during classes, and the way you found a way to make life feel a little less overwhelming. One moment I will never forget is my 18th birthday. Even while you were in Tobago, you still found a way to make my day special with a surprise cake. That simple act of kindness reminded me of the kind person you are, someone who goes out of her way to make people feel seen, appreciated, and loved. Thank you for every Tuesday and Friday spent in your classroom. Thank you for every piece of advice, every joke, every encouraging word, and every time you believed in me when I doubted myself. Thank you for caring about me, not just as a student, but as a person. As you begin this new chapter of your life, I hope you know that your impact will remain long after today. The lessons you've taught me extend far beyond art, and the kindness you've shown me is something I will carry with me for the rest of my life. It is hard to imagine school without you, but I'm grateful that I had the privilege of being one of the many students whose life was made better because of you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything. I will miss you more than words can express, and I will always be grateful that our paths crossed. Congratulations on your retirement, Miss Maiku. You've earned it. And although we are sad to see you go, we are so lucky to have had you here.
memory of Miss Maiku is interesting. Imagine this, okay? It was during COVID on a Google Meet. And I told her that my parents didn't purchase supplies for my vision board. I was terrified. I was expecting to get in trouble. But guess what she did? She had me practice throwing a tantrum in class and instructed me to go and show the tantrum to my parents. Now, more than 5 years later, my friends still threaten me with that video. But that's Miss Maiku. Unpredictable, with a talent for turning the most mundane experiences into treasured memories. My first physical interaction with her came in Form 2. I was terrified, again. I think it's intentional to scare the lower forms into obedience, though I think Miss Maiku might do it for fun. Honestly, I really wanted to drop art, but Miss Maiku has a way of appearing when you least expect her. I'll be sitting revising, and there she'll be, saying I regret not doing art. I really don't know how she does it. If it's her persuasive ability, her perseverance, maybe she does a rain dance, who knows? But she manages to convince students to do art, not as a filler subject or as something to impress universities, but out of sheer enjoyment and love for the subject. In Forms 4 and 5, fair turned to fascination and then appreciation. Miss Maiku is extremely talented, making art look effortless. She makes ordinary things take on an entirely different aspect. You set in the Beauty and the Beast production, that's her brainchild. Moreover, she's always willing to share her talent with the students. With maybe you can add, or how about, she brings out the best artists in all of us, forcing us to move outside of our comfort zones. Miss has this way of blurring the lines between teacher and student. She listens, encourages, and supports. She has become a teacher, a guidance counselor, a dietitian, a sleep specialist, an advisor, and somewhere along the way, she feels like both friend and family, which doesn't mean that the teacher disappears. Oh no, she wants her P&Ds, like yesterday. She can be mean. Yes, she's made us cry. Yet, she always has our best interests at heart. Miss Maiku has a wicked sense of humor. Have you met or heard about her housemate, Rumi? Rumi is special. Stories of Rumi are what myths and legends are made of. Rumi is a dog. But don't tell her that, because she thinks she's a person, okay? She's Miss Maiku's pet, named after the philosopher, with a personality entirely of her own. Miss just looks at her and says, Rumi, you're too funny. I don't think anyone attending class at Miss Maiku's would be surprised to hear that Rumi put on the NAPS uniform one morning and came to school to paint with the students. Now, in the words of Rumi, the person this time, when you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy. Miss Maiku is happy with what she does. She moves through life on her terms, with an inner contentment that's a beacon to us all, motivating us to do what we love so that work is never a burden. Her love of nature is contagious. She teaches us to look at the sunrise and sunset, at the poetry in bloom, at all of the beauty in the little things around us. She has an idiosyncratic personality that is unique and impossible to fully describe. Yet, because I have to stop, I will sum up Miss Maiku with a quote from Rumi that I think best encapsulates her. Miss, you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Naparima Girls High School will miss you. The students will miss you. I will miss you. As you leave us, we wish you all the best in everything you do. We look forward to being invited to many art exhibitions showcasing your work in the not-too-distant future. In the words of your favorite philosopher Rumi, goodbyes are only for those who love with their eyes, because for those who love with heart and soul, there is no such thing as separation.
Every artist remembers a teacher who first helped them see their potential. For me, that was Miss Maiku. Thank you so much, Miss, for putting so much care and passion into your teaching. I love you, I miss you, and I wish you the best.
Hi, Auntie Sush. Just wanted to wish you a happy retirement. I just wanted to say, I will never forget the impact that you had on me when I was doing art for Form 5. Your energy, your good vibes always put us in such a good place when we were in the art room. I especially remember when I was doing my stippling piece, you taught me exactly what to do, and that's why it turned out so amazing. Hope this new chapter is a great one for you, and just wishing you all the best, and thank you for everything and the impact that you've had on not just me but so many students over the past years. Okay, bye-bye.
Ms. Maiku was always somebody who encouraged her students to be themselves and to express themselves completely and genuinely, and she is still somebody who inspires me to this day. Happy retirement, Ms. Maiku. Wishing you all the best in this next chapter.
Hi, happy retirement. I was one of Ms. Maiku's students about 10 years ago in 2016, and Ms. Maiku always gave us the push that we needed just to, get us over our mental blocks, and was always so considerate. I remember she would go to Tobago and take some pictures and come back so excited to share it with us because she knew certain scenes would fit our artistic styles so well. So thank you for the constant consideration and seeing the potential in all of your students.
Hi, my name is Krisan Budasing, and one of the most memorable experiences with Ms. Maiku was our little therapy sessions where she would give me motivational advice, and she'd always introduce me to certain yoga videos and podcasts. She would have also introduced me to mindful breathing techniques that still sticks with me today.
Hi, Miss Maiku. Congratulations on your retirement, although I still feel you're a little young for that. You and I have definitely had our ups and our downs. But a while back, you reached out to me to give me a painting that I had long forgotten about. Painting right behind me. And this lovely gift from you reignited a passion in me that I never thought I'd see again. I immediately went out and bought all of my silk paints and Gouda, and I am painting again. After everything we've been through together, you still chose to be my teacher. And that's why I can't call you Allison. You'll always be my Miss Maiku. Congratulations again on your retirement. Wow. Love you. Bye.
My last signing. I'm not going to say no word. Go on with it. Go on with it. Yeah, energy. I'm kidding there. Do us. So we are coming here with a force. Yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on. When the rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks that we need it the most. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to. Thankful. Blessings all come like fire. But thank God for the journey and let us see the plus. Right, thank you, Jenna. Good morning. So the lyrics that are up on that screen, and I'll do a translation for you for those of you who are really not too familiar with all those little Jamaican slangs, is the perfect song that resonates so deeply with me in this moment. For those of you not familiar with the lyrics, this is the translation. Blessings surround my life, and I thank God for the journey. The rewards I've received are simply an added bonus. Gratitude is essential. I see blessings unfolding all around me, and I raise a toast to the friends who helped carry my heaviest burdens. These words beautifully encapsulate how I feel today. As I stand before you at the close of my teaching career at Naparima Girls High School, my heart is overflowing with gratitude. I thank God for guiding me through every season, for the triumphs that brought joy, the challenges that built resilience, and the unexpected blessings that made this journey so very meaningful. Looking back, I realized that the greatest rewards were never the accolades or achievements, but the lives that I was so privileged to touch and the incredible people who walked alongside me. Today, I raise a heartfelt toast to my family, my colleagues, my friends, my students, both past and present, my daughter Kai, and all those who help carry life's heavier loads celebrated the victories, and reminded me that no one succeeds alone. If my years as a visual arts teacher have taught me anything, is that every experience, like every brushstroke, contributes to a masterpiece. And for this beautiful masterpiece of a career, I am deeply, humbly, and forever grateful. Thank you, Mrs. Valley, my principal, Mrs. Samo, acting vice principal, all members of staff present here this morning, and especially all my students. Thank you so very much for being here this morning. Thank you for this amazing tribute. So for the decorations, look wow. And I know you just came back from a little vacation. Thank you for all your kind words and for making this experience so authentic and memorable. The speeches, the drama, the songs, the pan, the dance, everything was just spot on to how well you all know me. And so I appreciate all of it, and I thank all of you all for being here. And I can't believe this day is here. I've been counting down for the last year. My staff will tell you upstairs I walk in every morning, oh, 10 more days, 9 more days. But it's just a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be around everybody. And it's just like, wow, surreal to be here today, this morning. Thank you, everybody.
Would be. He knew all the plans that he had for you and me. So he carefully scheduled the course of our days, that we would give him the glory, the honor and praise. You're a designer's original. You're a one of a kind, created by the master with one purpose in mind, to be a showcase of his glory for the whole world to see, a reflection of his beauty as it shines through you and me. So when you feel kind of worthless, not as good as the rest, remember you're special and know that you are blessed. Your little heart would be encouraged as you realize that you are beautiful, you're precious, you're a jewel in God's eyes. You're a designer's original. You're a one of a kind, created by the master with one purpose in mind, to be a showcase of his glory for the whole world to see, a reflection of his beauty as it shines through you and me. You're a designer's original for the whole world to
truly brings the charm and light that Susie brought to NAPS. I know a lot has been said, worship and song and tributes, but yes, Susie touched all our lives, family, friends, homes, including and more than ever, our students.